Ms. Blackburn?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. You know, I think all of us that are on this committee agree that we are for clean air, clean water, and clean energy. The disagreement comes. Those of us on this side of the aisle do not believe that you have to tax the American people out of their house and home to pay for it. Now, this bill that's before us makes energy more expensive. It does not make it more abundant, and it does so by mandating investment in what is still unproven, unreliable technologies while ignoring the most reliable and proven renewable energy resources we have: nuclear and hydroelectric power. The cap and tax approach has already been tried and found wanting in Europe. The European emissions trading scheme is frighteningly similar to the plan that is before us today, and all of us have read, and every story that we go through, it seems to point out that this is a highly flawed, fraudulent system that does not end up reducing CO2 emissions, but actually might increase them. I fear this bill will do the same thing. At best, it taxes Americans thousands of dollars every year, only to reduce global temperatures, as our ranking member said, less than a degree over the next century. And that assumes that any carbon reductions we may experience are not overcome by the output in places like China and India. So, when you look at it, it appears to be a wealth transfer, plain and simple, for companies and brokers to game the market, and I fear that for our American workers to lose their jobs, and I'm very concerned about that. It does pick winners and losers of American energy producers and consumers. Electricity rates, by some calculations, may rise only 9% in the chairman's home state. But in Tennessee, we could experience as much as a 42% increase. That is a formula for economic disaster even during good times. This first year alone, it takes away $80 billion of emission allowances and nearly $1 trillion over the next 10 years. Will this giveaway go towards making America more energy independent or secure? I seriously doubt that it will. Instead, it will set a government tax on energy use that will likely lead to shuttering power plants, making Americans poorer and more reliant on foreign energy sources. It will have a negligible effect on environmental improvement, but will impose a massive energy tax that will lead to huge job losses and large decreases in our nation's GDP. I urge my colleagues to learn from Europe's failures and oppose efforts to duplicate their system, and I yield back the balance of my time.
Thank you very much, Ms. Blackburn.